Sometimes when animating a metamorphosis or an appearance or shapeshift, it's easier to shoot backwards. That is, to start with the final shape, animate it away, and then put it into reverse in post-production. As here, where this is the way I originally shot it. Or this one, where I originally shot it this way. I started with the final shape and smashed it away and took away bits. I'm animating using iStopmotion Pro. So what I would do is think backwards. The character starts, or what ends in the shot, just doing some keep alive, some simple movement. So I start animating with the final shape, doing those simple movements, sort of like some moving holds, a little head turn, so that at the end of the shot, we get to see the final character moving. In this case, he puts his hands together at the very end, so I'm animating him moving his hands apart. And the final stage of the metamorphosis on this one is that his tentacles flap down. So I animate the tentacles rolling up. And then gradually start to make the change. The very final metamorphosis, which in this case is his little antenna and the snout. The snout will just kind of pop out towards the very end of the whole thing, or the action. His arms will roll out, so I'm starting in on those. The idea is not to metamorphosize the whole thing all at once, is doing different parts. See here, the little antenna will appear at the very end. The texture on the eyes will appear as I smooth them out. The snout's gone. The eyes are flat. And that's how it will look at the end. So I start in on the body, starting to smooth out the body, smoothing out the textures, the raised bits, and letting them spread out. By animating them spread out, they'll spread in. I also want him to rise up and down, so as I'm smashing him out here, I'm also getting a little altitude, squeezing him a bit. Coming up with little gags, and even sort of making things up as I go, kind of thinking, well, let's have the eyes stick out and then form down into the eyes. So I smoothed out the detail as slowly as I could to sort of give the metamorphosis an ease out. Now, once we're kind of at full speed of the metamorphosis, with the clay just kind of moving around, I start making bigger moves per frame. I'm doing this all in ones. I'm just coming up with interesting ways to make the character appear, rather than just forming into a ball. And so finally, or about midway here, where he just is a glob that folds in on itself, so that when I reverse it, it will fold out. And I start taking away some of the clay so that it will appear to grow. The onion skinning shows me the rate that the object is growing or shrinking. Little bits of clay taking out each time, until it's a little ball. And just to add some more action at what will be the beginning of the shot, flattening it out and forming into a cube. So the cube will form into a ball, the ball will grow and become the character. Even make it really smooth at what will be the beginning, tightening up the corners. And so that's how the shot ends. And in iStopmotion Pro, you can edit this within the program by selecting everything and throwing it into reverse and exporting that. So in final playback, he appears. Or you can also do it in editing. Here in Final Cut, I'm changing the speed, or that's where you throw it into reverse, and once it's rendered, I get the final piece of the character appearing.